This is Mark Wiffel, and this is my news report and my take on things in the current situation. You're free to comment at any time on my YouTube channel or wherever. Let's look here. Shadows of the War. Okay, we're going to talk about Shadows of the War. When I say Shadows of the War, we're going to talk about that this entire conflict has happened several times. The entire region from Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Austria, Ottoman Empire. These are all still the players involved here. We, as an entire globe, really made some really poor policy and decisions in 1994 when we kind of said that we would protect the Ukraine. From macro or micro to macro, these are very difficult things because I mean it makes people look hypocritical. If you had the same ideal and you signed the same piece of paper, there shouldn't be a lobby about this. This should be a straight up effort to avoid something that we did twice in 100 years. And they said never in 80 years. The war to end all wars. I think we missed the point here because here we are in the same situation and within a 200-year or 100-year period. And by the Budapest Accord, we did agree to defend Ukraine. We offered to boost the Polish missile systems. We did a lot of things. And I can understand American sentiment when our government can pass $10 billion for another country, even though I know it means their extermination. This is not anything about you, Ukraine. I'm with you 100%. How can our government do that, but they can't pass a $2 billion bill for the people? We should really start thinking about how we vote or participate. This is a democratic republic. Our economic status and more, it sounds like rhetoric, and I don't want to go there. Let's just get it straight. We have problems at home. Does it take a nuclear bomb to fix our problem with the Native American population that lives on reservations, which are pretty much concentration camps, whole cultures being eradicated and squeezed out of existence? How do we deal with the racism issue? That is so steeped in this United States. This isn't even our country. We are Americans, yes, but we are not Native Americans. They're the ones that are penned up out in Montana and all over in remote places where they have no opportunity, no representation. People associate them with violence, drugs, uneducated, dangerous, violent. You're talking about where we've wiped out their population. And we're doing it every day. And we don't hear their problems. And I find that very disheartening. We have problems at home? Yes. This thing that's going on over there is also our problem. because we created it. Bad policy over the years, bad trade agreements, and some really shady deals have led to these kind of repercussions that we're all going to suffer. Children are going to suffer. The planet will suffer. And this planet can't handle much more. It's ready to shake us off like a bad set of fleas. So let's think about this. As Americans, we cannot be hypocritical about being the melting pot. Yes, we are. We have God knows how many ethnic groups here. And I hope that we would expect, treat them like we wanted to be treated. One thing in the military I've ever learned is that you do not worry about their God or their color or anything like that. We put this uniform on, we all wear green, we all bleed red. I think the loss of our own nation's insight and humanity is becoming evident, and I think that that's poor leadership. While a lot of Americans are hungry, needing a home, people are making $400,000 and put in office that don't actually represent the communities. They're too busy having a $200 lunch on my dime. Why not make that a public office? A public office where you can get the nice house and you can stay there and do the work as a representative of the people. And nobody needs to be flying to Washington. You don't have to be there. That's the glory of technology. I can do this conversation with you anywhere. I can have it with 10 of you. And I really find it strange that we spend more money on the people in office that have been there for God knows. Why don't we restrict that? Why don't we make it pro bono? Okay, you get the perks. I mean, you get a nice place to stay and stuff, but you do it for the people. You're not doing it for, a $2 million kickback. I think that's a loss of vision and a really sad testament to America. I think that we need to stop hypocrisy, fix some of our problems, but we can also attend to this one, because that man is tantamount to, well, if any historian, he's pretty close to the Antichrist. He is willing to sacrifice other people and his own. That's tragic for all. It won't stop there. It'll just keep continuing. We neglected it in World War I. We waited. World War II, we built up military might, but we still waited. And at what cost? We worry about 1,000 people dying when 200, 300,000 people would die in a day. Are we going to eliminate 7 billion people over one person's decision? Or can we not just go to the table with this and talk it out? Mr. Putin might have 7,000 nuclear weapons. And we've probably got about 14,000. And you know what? The end result is always the same. This is the sum of all fears. Any analyst, any military personnel, analyst or intelligence person would know that this is a clear sign that we didn't play our cards right. We didn't play our cards right in 1984, 1986, 2014 with the Crimea. We did not play these cards right. There were solutions there, and we did not bring them to the table. That was poor policy. It was written into policy, and everybody is guilty because we all vote. I have faith in the voting system, but this is a testament of how the rich get rich and the poor get poor. How there is little representation amongst the actual populace. Crime? Sure. I mean, I'm guilty across the board. I'm going to tell you that I'm guilty because I made choices in my life that probably weren't all that good. But it certainly didn't involve murder, hurt, or, I would talk to somebody before I do something like that. I don't think that is the American ideal. And if we lose sight of our American ideal, we lose sight of the flag and all the people that fought for this, and it's just, it would seem futile. We can't do that.